Hello everyone, we are back here investigating the fascist takeover on the channel Voice Gang Stalking. Please send me an email at voicegangstalking15@gmail.com. Love those emails. Thanks guys. Alright. I think the first thing I want to start with is this, this Ebola scare that we keep seeing popping up and things like it. I'm wondering if this is how we're going to see them attempt to present the idea of chipping everybody. And, causing that to either look like just so validly necessary or, which is a lie, or some kind of force maybe down the line. We'll just have to see, how things go. But one way or another, they're going to have to smooth this big whopper over, with everyone somehow. So, now, I wanted to say, don't go on lockdown. When you're approached or mobbed, I was thinking about this today, okay? When I'm approached or mobbed, like the nervousness and the fear, right? It's so overwhelming, my goodness. It occurred to me that these are the same feelings I would feel like the first couple times I saw a bear when I was backpacking. But the more I kept doing it, and the more you expose yourself to feelings of fear or things like this, that fear accompanies, the more you get used to it. So pretty soon it's like, oh yeah, I see a bear, And they kind of just run off or they stay and do their thing and nudge around. But it just occurred to me that the more you expose yourself to something, the less shocking it is. So, just avoiding it at all costs. It's not a choice I'm making for myself, anyway. Because it does give you that, it startles you. And I wanted to tell you guys, one of my, I subscribe to Gotham Nation. I don't know if anybody's noticed that, but please look at my subscriptions and my likes. I put up some really great music up there, guys, and that particular music is important because it's about the resistance, really, and it's not a piece of the music industry that is going to be donating to anything like this. Because they are, many of them are tied in with the Illuminati. And it comes right out of their mouths. So I wouldn't want to fund anything like that. But there is a lot of safe stuff out there. And it's nice to listen to stuff about what we are going through. So I really invite you to take a listen and click on some of the videos that I've put up there, because it's really all for you guys. So my guru, he had a quote I was reading, and it says, "Evil is the sculptured figure at the foot of a temple tower, which appears to sustain the tower's weight. But it only appears to sustain the tower's weight." Excuse me. I liked that a lot. So, and I came across a quote. I believe it was Rockefeller. And I'm almost positive. They don't hide this shit, you guys. They don't hide this. He said, "I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers." You mean like slaves? Like that? Oh, come on. Alright. So it's putting some things together. It's occurring to me that they're so mad because I'm doing like the worst thing you can do as a TI if you, for them, to them. I mean, like the worst thing I could do, which is come on here and not just talk about this stuff, but talk about it in layman's terms. The layman's terms really works well for me because well, it does. But you see what's behind that there? They don't want people going around expressing things to America in such a way that they could understand. Going around, saying global sustainability, calling it what it really is. They don't like that. They don't. So, boy, are they pissed. It's like the ultimate threat to them, really, I think is what I'm putting together. Moving on. Alright. Now, okay, how are these perps employed exactly? The street perps. How are they employed exactly? This is how. It comes from... See, they get a lot done with these guys and our service workers because this is the way that the police avoid due process and paperwork, is they employ these guys, not all of them, some of them, the fire department, EMS, to do these jobs for them, on and off duty. And they're paid by the city to stalk and become these, visual antis. And they get extra pensions from tax revenue. This is all paid for by the city. Really, the best thing you can do is ignore these guys whenever possible. I mean, it does two things. One, it pisses them off. They miss their moment to be in the spotlight, right? Yeah. Two, if they don't get the results they want, they get tired. And they say, "We never tire!" Yes, you do. That is such bullshit. I've seen your street perps, and they do. I've had the pleasure of spending a lot of time with these clowns. Unfortunately, these street thugs. And honestly, seriously, you guys, most of them have the IQ of a child. And a lot of these guys, I noticed the trend is a lot of them just got out of prison and like they're employing them fresh out of prison. Not that going to prison makes you stupid, but you can see the character, that's shining through. We never tire. All right. Clearly. Well, they don't, but their little street soldiers certainly do. And no wonder they do, because they make these guys work like 16 hours a day. They're slaves. Yeah. Alright, we talked about the due process. Alright, something else. Nobody's talking about the NSA hack. Totally to be expected. Think we pretty much saw this coming. That's why we have to keep bringing it up, though. The government says it's classified at this point, the details of it. Okay. But think about it, guys. The system holds our children's safety. Who's talking about how many pedophiles are in this NSA system? It is truly disturbing. Nobody is talking about that. That's just to give you a little piece of what's in this system. Okay, but then again, you have to remember that this never actually happened anyway. I'm just making the point that if it did happen, these are some issues that, these are massive issues if this happened. And, you hardly hear a peep from people and them. What was their response? I don't have it right in front of me. But it's basically, we're going to regroup and we'll let you know. Really, that was the gist of it. I think it was like 2 sentences. We'll let you know. Okay, you mean like when it's convenient for you guys? It's really funny that this is happening right before an election, huh? How convenient. And these shadow boxer groups, okay, they have ties to the NSA, but nobody looks into that. So they're selling, it looks like they're possibly selling the Bitcoins to themselves. And it looks like they've hacked themselves. But that could also very well be what it's supposed to look like, and they're going to come out and say it's somebody else. And we must invade for the New World Order. All in the name of the New World Order. Such horrible things going on in the name of this. And they just love it. It makes them feel powerful. It's a game to them. It's entertainment. We're entertainment. The security is being invaded. This is total entertainment for them. But there's one thing that they've overlooked about some of us. Something very important. But I'm gonna just keep that for myself. All right. So the elites who are moving this new order along and really fast can't have this internet thing around. It's a financial thing and keeping order in that. They will have to, like, govern it somehow. Nice. They'll have to govern the internet. I'm sure they'll come up with a wonderful reason for that. Until it's at the point where they just don't have to anymore. So, off with their heads! Goodness. These guys. It's like the look in their eye when they look at you. And the web they weave. Man, they weave this web into your life. Your employer, friends, clients, neighbors. Sometimes family members. I don't really mind too much, though. But that's just me. That's just me. There was a time where I minded, oh my gosh, a great deal. It was horrible. And it still is. But I've kind of settled into a place where I don't mind. But my heart goes out to everyone who has to work in an environment where you're being mobbed all day. Of course, this is called workplace mobbing. I experienced this, but I wasn't aware of it at the time till about a year and a half, 2 years later, I guess. And welcome new subscribers. Hello, you guys. I haven't even greeted you. Welcome. I'm so glad you guys are with us. I really, really am. I just appreciate you guys so much. I even appreciate my fake TIs, but I really appreciate you guys. This program it's made me one tough bee. So the idea is to not become too tough or too hard. Don't let it turn you into stone, you guys.